especially when it comes to special occasions like Chinese New Year, 端午节 or 元宵节, we will celebrate it with home-cooked food. It is just how we bond. So even through the process of cooking and putting food on the table, it's all a family gathering.
Alright, actually.
And here's a taste.
Taiwanese beef noodles was one of Mom's most difficult dishes to make. So when you told somebody that, oh, she's making beef noodles, they will all come and eat because it's very rare that she makes this.
Growing up with a mom as your homemaker is a big privilege because there's always food. You can come out unexpectedly and then there will be a really warm, healthy meal that you can eat.
Sometimes we take it for granted that there will always be food in the house. So we were quite spoiled by her, also quite pampered by her. We would throw hissy fit when there's no food in the house.
Huh? 没有汤喝?
No
Huh? Sunday eating rice?
Oh, like, 要吃饭，为什么没有煮面？
Yeah, where's my 面?
But she doesn't really mind it.
No, I think she thinks it as a compliment.
Yeah.
I think right around the time she finished high school, it was around the time where my grandma fell sick. So she started staying at home, taking care of her. So she just fell in that position. She did the cooking and just taking care of people. And I feel that it started from there.
She didn't really have recipes, specific portions or spoons that you needed to use. So everything is like agak-agak. 试看看哦. Test after that.
大概.
Yeah, agak-agak, you know.
And she's very proud if she don't need to salt or sugar a dish.
My mom started doing like meal prep. When she's cooking for the family, she always cook extra so that there will be enough for her to pack into little bentos. And then she would freeze them in the freezer. And then after a while, it became like an instant meal. Hey, you're home for dinner unexpectedly, you can have one.
You know, whenever she prepares a meal for us, she'll say, this is my icing.
Icing
the icing yeah,
So this is how she expressed her love. It's the way she knows how. So every piece of effort she put inside, it's actually her love for us.
给它弄平它，三角形对折，这样，这样就很漂亮。然后等一下撒一点面粉。
哎，刚才好多人在做工。
One day I came home and then I found her unconscious. And then I was shocked, you know, so I had to call the paramedics, I had to do CPR until they arrived. It was already too late. So she died of a heart attack and it was a huge shock to all of us. It was so unexpected. It was a big shock. And this was only 3 weeks after my younger sister got married.
My mom is my biggest fan. So she will always tell me, 小宝贝最棒, everything I do is the best. Yeah, so she'll always praise me and everything I do, even though it's not like perfect or anything.
So I was at home and I would just find all this food in the fridge that she had made. So I started talking to them about it. I was just like, oh my god, I found a 麻油面线. I found soup. So I think the more we talked about food, the more it just felt like a very natural way to
Remember?
Yeah, I wouldn't say like we planned it or anything. It's just worked out that way.
You think it's okay?
Yeah, it could be smaller.
Okay. I was always the best.
You were not the best.
I was.
To mom, hers is always the best.
Yes.
Mom actually used to do this while watching TV.
Yeah, and she said one of the key ingredients is the mini oxtail. So my mom used to make multiple trips to the market to collect the small parts, accumulate the oxtails until there was enough to cook for everyone. Hello, 早。 So she had a very particular way of simmering the beef noodles. You turn on the fire, simmer for 30 minutes with the lid on. Then after that, you turn off the fire, leave the lid on for another 30 minutes. Don't touch it. So it's still cooking, so don't open it. Anyway, you have to repeat this whole process for like maybe 3 to 4 times before you actually get the flavor, the texture that you're looking for. So we will take her chicken and her pork broth, then mix it with the beef gravy and some tomato. Then that will be the soup base. Boil for 1 hour. Ready to eat.
Not bad. So this year's Chinese New Year is the first Chinese New Year without my mom, right? So it was quite. It's like you wish your mom was there, but you're just also very like glad that together we can come together and still spend time together, and in a way that honors my mother's memory. Yeah, that meant a lot. So I think cooking now really takes on a different meaning. Even when you have the recipes, you can make the dish over and over again, but the moment, the actual moment of eating that dish that one time, it's fleeting and you can't repeat it. Previously we came together just to eat, but now we come together to cook and to remember my mom. You should treasure all these moments. You never know whether it's the last, not to be morbid, but you really don't know.
Sometimes there is no other time.
There's no 改天.